certain chemistry grows, and it's absolutely natural, and it's not forced, and it's not manufactured, and it's just truth. And the truth, when it grows between two people, is always so different and unique and so real, and that's what's so amazing when you see a duet, is when you see that element. Rather than a technique or anything, it's that kind of connection that people make as artists and collaborators and creators. And
been in the worlds of Ballantyne and Robbins. They were two guys of the 20th century. Now it's a very different flavor, as you say, working with four young men who were very 21st century men. And I imagine they bring a whole other sensibility into the studio, which is, do you sense a generational difference there in terms of the mindset?
I actually think a lot of Jerome Robbins, because he was the main choreographer at the New York City Ballet that I worked with regularly, and he was always, I remember watching him with Misha Baryshnikov rehearsing for something Misha was doing, and they were like, they would play games, well, try this kind of a rhythm, try this kind of a silliness, here or there, and this is exactly what we're doing. So we're really having a ball and playing and trying anything.
Well, I found it very challenging to be creating partner work from the inside, because I generally create very complicated coordination of upper body in partnering side by side with two people, and it's been difficult for me to do that.
We're working very much with ourselves in the studio, meaning I don't come to the studio knowing which steps I'm going to teach her, or let's do this no matter what, So I'm being extremely inspired by her, and we take inspiration from each other, and we talk a lot about how do you feel about this? Where should we go next? Do you like this step? No, let's take it out. Do you like these steps? Yes. Well, I don't like it. Let's take it out.
Kyle asked me originally, what do you want from what we're going to do together? And I said, I want you to transform me. I want to feel like a different person, and I want people to not recognize me. He was like, that's cool. All right.
Cool. We can do that.
Yeah.
One thing I love is how open she is to just movement in general, because I think that's what really got me started with movement. I wasn't kind of separating these dance styles and techniques. I was loving it all just as movement. So when we're exploring in the studio, I'm just doing so from a movement point of view, and then coming back and helping to analyze what it is we're doing by saying that, this is a Merce Cunningham upper curve, this is, maybe a Graham release or things like that. But in the process of creating and generating the material, it is just movement.
The kind of principles of movement and the things that drive my work is the physics of it, and the gravity and the force and the fall. So I try to go with effort. I'm really in love with seeing effort and building upon effort in my work. And I found that I feel like I've become more of myself in this process, and I don't know how Wendy feels, but it feels like the extreme different areas we come from, it creates a lot of dynamic energy, like my very grounded, forceful, effortful self and her very effortless, beautiful, ascending self. I think it's a very, very interesting dynamic. So rather than try to squash it and make one of us do the other, I think we found a really nice pairing there.
So Wendy, is this any new news that you're hearing tonight, or does it conform with your experience working with the choreographers in the studio?
Each of them? Yeah, I'm really
it's interesting
slowly
to hear.
figuring out each one's pattern and style and design, their natural way of designing something is all so different. So you guys are killing me. You're killing me. No, I'm just kidding. But I love it.